Hey everybody, welcome back to the vlog. Hey, Mr. Thain here, Kyle Thain, Mr. Thain. If this is your first time on my channel, hey, welcome. I don't say that enough, I just assume that everybody's watched every video. Anyways, growing community, I teach kindergarten. My wife Kristen is a social worker. We do daily vlogs and we talk about our life, what's going on. I do teaching tip videos, all that sort of stuff. So if you're into this kind of thing, consider subscribing, joining the community. It's an awesome place to hang out. Every day we're here for you. Come hang out with us, join our community. Okay, so today's just gonna be sit down, me talking to you guys for a minute about something that's been on my heart and something that I feel like I wanna share, because a lot of times we can forget about this. This can be for teachers, or this can just be this is just like life advice, something that I've learned through the years. So I want to talk about failure and why it's important. It's an important part of the learning process. As a teacher, I fail every day in some way or another, and I like to teach my students that failure is part of the learning process. So you may try something new, and if you fail at it, well, you just got to readjust and you got to try again. You're not going to reach your goal right away. You have to keep working at it, and failure isn't necessarily a bad thing. If you're failing, it means you're trying, you're jumping out. You have to take chances sometimes, and that means sometimes you're gonna fail. It's inevitable, you're going to fail. But the reality is, if you're not failing, then are you really pushing yourself? Are you really learning? So as a teacher, it's okay to fail. It's okay to have lessons just completely go awry. It's okay to just completely fall flat on your face. The key is, what do you learn from that failure? The important thing is to be reflective and to be, self-reflective, and you need to. It's important to look at all aspects of why you failed. For example, if you teach a lesson and it sucked, right? And you're gonna have those. I have those from time to time. When a lesson fails, you just have to take a critical look at why it failed. Go back to all the key points. What was going on? Were students not engaged? Were students off task? Did you not have it well thought out enough? But the idea is, especially if you're a new teacher, your first year, you're gonna fail a lot, and that's all right. You're not gonna hurt anybody. You're going to get better every day, and the only real way to get experience and to get better is by continuing to try, continuing to fail, and then pick yourself back up and correct your mistakes and continue on. And you can only do that if you have consistency and you stay the course. If you're all over the place with your lesson and with your schedule, and you're not staying consistent with the way you do things, you're not gonna be able to improve on it. So my suggestion is, try to get a consistent schedule and try to improve on it before you decide to toss it out the window. But let's be honest, sometimes you're gonna have lessons or routines or procedures or entire classroom management strategies that are going to flop enormously. They're going to famously flop, and that's all right. You can toss them. But as teachers and educators, the education field in general is so quick to just bail on something. How many times has your school, if you're a veteran teacher, how many times has your school at the beginning of the year said, all right, we're doing something new and awesome this year, we're doing this. And you try it and everyone's like, this sucks. And then you pitch it, you're done after a year. When in reality, it was probably research based, and if you would have just stuck with it and worked out the kinks, it might have worked. Every year we try something new, and we never stick with anything. You gotta stay the course sometimes. But like I said, sometimes it's okay to pitch it. You just have to keep trying to progress. And if something fails, it fails. It's okay. Failure is all right. It's part of the process. One thing that a lot of new teachers really stress out about is observations. No matter where you teach, what state you teach, and what grade level, you're probably going to be observed by your principal or some other administrator. You gotta remember that their job is, as an evaluator, is to try to help you get better. It's not a judgment thing, it's not a gotcha thing. It's, I wanna help my staff get better, so I'm gonna observe them and tell them what they did well and what they need to work on. If you look at it that way and you frame it that way, it's a lot less stressful. And you have to be willing to receive that feedback as a teacher and always be looking to get better. Circling back around to why failure is a very important part. If you look at failure as part of the process to getting better, you won't be beating yourself up so much when a lesson sucks, or when you have a terrible day, or when you're not positive and you're getting real negative and you just have one of those days that just beats you down, if you look at that as a learning process and go, wow, today sucked. Okay, why did it suck? Well, because I wasn't positive. I was negative. I got into a negative headspace and I let little things upset me. I took things personally. When students misbehave, I took them personally and I let that affect me. And I was negative and I wasn't my best self. I'm gonna do better tomorrow by doing A, B, and C. And then it's not gonna be such a tough pill to swallow, and it won't ruin your day if you are looking at failure. If you're looking at failure as part of the process of you getting better. Hope you had a great day. Find your gift, share it with the world, and remember, you are worth it. See you tomorrow.